Hello. Today, I want to talk to you about something that, if you truly understand it, can change your entire life. And I'm not saying that as a dramatic hook. I mean it in a real, practical way. I'm talking about something that drains your energy every single day without you even noticing. Something that shapes your decisions, your personality, what you wear, how you speak, even the dreams you allow yourself to have. I'm talking about caring too much about what other people think. Let me ask you something simple. How many decisions in your life were truly yours? Not chosen because they looked good, not chosen to avoid criticism, not chosen so no one would judge you, but chosen because they genuinely felt right to you. If you really think about it, you might realize that a big part of your life has been shaped by other people's expectations, more than your own desires. Now, caring about people's opinions isn't wrong. It's human. We're social creatures. We want to belong. But the problem starts when other people's opinions become your only compass, when every decision passes through the filter of what will they say instead of is this right for me? A lot of the time, we walk around as if there's an invisible audience watching us, like there's a camera pointed at us all the time, every move analyzed, every word judged, every mistake magnified. But here's the uncomfortable truth that might also free you. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to focus that much on you. Everyone is living inside their own movie. They're worried about their image, their problems, their insecurities. In fact, the same way you're worried about being judged, they're worried about being judged too. Let me share something simple. I remember walking into a place once, feeling extremely self-conscious. I was convinced everyone could see I was nervous. I thought every movement looked awkward. I spent half the time stuck in my head, analyzing myself. Later, I asked someone who was there if I seemed nervous. They looked at me confused and said, "What are you talking about?" They hadn't even noticed. Meanwhile, I had created a whole story in my mind. That's the thing. We're not afraid of people. We're afraid of the story we create about what they think. The first step to caring less about opinions is understanding that you cannot control them. No matter how perfect you try to be, someone will criticize you. Someone will misunderstand you. Someone will dislike you. If you build your life around trying to please everyone, you'll exhaust yourself and still fail. Think of it this way. Imagine walking down a road and every person you meet tells you to go in a different direction. One says go right, another says go left, someone else says turn back. If you try to follow all of them, you'll get nowhere. But if you have your own map, you can listen, smile, and keep walking your path. People respect clarity, even when they disagree with it. What they don't respect is someone who changes depending on the room they're in. Let's be honest. A big part of caring too much about opinions comes from a deeper fear, rejection. And rejection feels threatening because, deep down, we associate belonging with safety. From childhood, acceptance meant security, so we link approval with value. If they like me, I'm good enough. If they criticize me, something is wrong with me. But approval and criticism are opinions, not objective truths. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is building an internal standard stronger than any external one. Instead of measuring yourself by applause or criticism, measure yourself by your values, your integrity, your consistency, your effort. When someone criticizes you, ask one question. Does this actually go against who I want to be? If not, let it pass. It's also important to learn the difference between useful feedback and random noise. There's a difference between someone offering constructive advice because they care and someone projecting their own insecurity onto you. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. Just like you wouldn't hand your house key to everyone, don't hand your emotional peace to everyone either. Here's something practical. Every time you feel anxious about what people might think, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time, the answer is no. So many moments that felt huge at the time are barely memorable now. And here's something else. Letting go of people's opinions doesn't mean becoming cold, arrogant, or insensitive. It doesn't mean ignoring everyone. There's a difference between being aware of feedback and being controlled by it. You can listen without losing yourself. True freedom isn't when everyone likes you. True freedom is when you're okay with not being liked by everyone. Trying to be the version of yourself that fits every person you meet will eventually leave you feeling invisible because you'll never fully show up as you. And here's something that might surprise you. Sometimes the harshest critics are reacting to something in you they couldn't become themselves. Criticism is often projection, not evaluation. If you want peace, you have to accept that you will be misunderstood sometimes. You will be judged. You will be talked about. That's normal. People see you through their own lens, their experiences, their fears, their beliefs, not your full reality. The real question isn't, how do I stop people from talking? That's impossible. The real question is, why does their opinion define my worth? When you become clear about who you are, what you stand for, what you want, what you won't accept, other people's opinions become background noise. You hear them, you evaluate them, you keep what's useful, you release the rest. You weren't born to be approved by everyone. You were born to be real. And one of the hardest decisions you'll ever make is choosing authenticity over approval. But it's also the only decision that leads to a life that actually feels like yours. So let me ask you something before we end. How many times have you stayed quiet, changed your mind, or delayed a step forward just because you were afraid of what people might say? Now imagine reducing that fear by even 10% starting today. How different would your life look a year from now? This isn't a one-time decision, it's daily practice. Every time you choose honesty over image, every time you express your opinion respectfully without over-apologizing, every time you wear what you like, pursue what fits you, walk your path even if not everyone understands it. You're not ignoring people. You're simply putting yourself back in the right position. Not above others, not below them, just in your place.